they were stuck, bottom of the ladder, outmaneuvered time and time again, robbed of credit for big ideas. Then they enlisted the best to rouse their career for a healthy fee. Yes, it's time, everyone, for Corporate Fixers for Hire, starring Holt Terwilliger as Rico Sockdolager, Greer Goodwin as Tuesday Sneed, guest starring Mads Parmenter. Brought to you by Auntie Cleo and Pal's Borst Rockets, a deep-fried dough-wrapped Borst sausage on a stick. Launch one, it's on launch today. On last week's episode, The Business Tripwire, our team with worrying anti-business tendencies, despite a 500-bit haircut.
At last we meet, Agent Aguilar. Should have told you like playing the fiery, the secret surveillance grid, which I'm not supposed to
stay in line, or I'll knock you to the bottom of the org chart.
Second floor's off limits.
Their steely eyes locked. Neither blinked for almost a full minute. But Rico had unfortunate news.
This manager won't go down easy. She discovered our tampering with the Computronic registry. Oh, to shift blame away from our client. Now it blames them for everything.
Are you with one of?
Auntie's Choice ain't liable for any injuries incurred. Incurred while in or around the factory.
Dictates, sit back and leave the thinking to us. This is everyone's neighbor Prudence on Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. Zealous greetings. Everyone's neighbor Prudence is here to anticipate your questions, so you don't have to ask them. For instance, what news of Praetor?
Ah, such an astute question, Prudence.
Our precious peril-laden moon is out of sight, but never out of mind. Its fate fully guided by the paradigm. Praetor is home to our glorious heavy industries, producing essential materials, leaving Eden unspoiled by industrial waste.
Naturally, our adversaries conspire to seize our means of production. The traitorous order managed to
Investigating hostile intentions.
certainly not left to us. The self-indulgers in anti-choice have live and breathe hyperbole. All they claimed were 2 factories. Too bad for them. Those facilities were decommissioned, no longer of use to us. We let the gluttons take them so we could blunt their advance. Bottle them up.
Our tactics are so perfect, Prudence. We can exterminate Auntie's troops at our leisure. Certainly they'll never touch our true high-value facilities, such as our automech factory, where automechanicals build automechanicals to protect and serve all subjects, so our hands remain uncalloused by labor.
You neglected to mention our advanced Praetor labs. Such wondrous facilities. Our interstitial reconfiguration center fills me with such pride.
Me as well, Prudence. What's that place do?
Oh, spare it no thought. It's simply a lab for studying natural phenomenon. You know, space rifts and the like, bringing them into alignment with the paradigm.
Of course. No need to say more. Our society remains perfect, bountiful, without care or want. To think otherwise is unthinkable. And now...
Someone's bucking for a promotion.
Melody granted by the grace of the sovereign.
I'm a huge admirer of your work from a safe distance.
Keep it up and we'll name a vodka flavor after you.
Yeah! I should be nice to you. You'll probably be my manager someday.
Look at you, rocketing up the corporate ladder.
There's a new face. Any chance you've brung news from the commander? Can't restart the dig without his permission. And clock's ticking on my getting that early complete. It's a puzzler, that's for sure. More likely than not, some worst case, it's a Zeranium gas pipe, and further drilling will kill everyone here in seconds. It'd be hard to collect bits for making a tunnel with no workers to dig it first. Agreed. Wouldn't want to miss that juicy bonus. Not unless your lamps can see through solid rock and figure out what's on the far side.
Quite charged yet.
You back to see more of the tunnel? Oh, pardon me, but you what? You just have a magic little device in your pocket that lets you... Well, ain't that... Wait. That means they already dug half the tunnel for me. That bonus is still in reach. What say you run yourself back to the base and get me the okay? Just down. We're on a tight deadline. If you haven't jobbed with the commander yet, the base is just down the road. Can't miss it. Yeah.
Abundant entertainment delivered with acceptably reassuring vocal inflection. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless.
Prudence dictates. Defense is a virulent offense.
Hey, isn't that the team motto of the Protectors of Piety?
Can't get a pitchball reference past you, Subaltern Prescott. We can learn from organized athletics. Our enemies are always gunning for our Saturday goal.
What can I do? I'm just a pipsqueak enthusiast, not a muscled atlas. A hydration specialist at best. Unfit for the field, but eager to rise from the side boundaries of cold.
Then you are the perfect...
I assume you've got something important to discuss. Forgive my incredulity, but how did you get that information? I see. Our engineers determined this was the most geologically stable place to tunnel. The Protector, I'll send orders to resume drilling immediately.
Ready to rise to the occasion.
I assume you've got something important. Why would I be?
As goalie, tender, or, should all else fail, winger. Now you know all you need to know, so on we go. Long ago, the matriarch devised the paradigm plan to support a bounteous life for all Protectorate subjects. From the tender fillet in your latest meal, down to this exquisite next song.
Every day I have you. All I've done in your name. I know this to be true. He cares for you. Soft deserves all your love. Every day he's uplifting, keeping us safe and carefree. I know this is the case. Give him your grace. Sovereign deserves all your love.
Offense taken!
Love him because he loves you. Love him fully.
Proceeding to attack. Back and scan. Get back!
My heart belongs to Sovereign, and the first Sovereign before him. With Rome in my heart for the very dreamer, whose bloodline bestowed their perfection. I trust, I breathe for my neighbors. I aim, I watch in his name. I know I am right. He's our shining light. The Sovereign deserves all your love. Love him and he will love you. Love him, all you must do. I want for nothing, come for pain.
that's over and done with. Just need to finish reinforcing the tunnel, and I can... Mighty glad that's over and done with. Just need to finish reinforcing the tunnel, and I can go...
That's why I love my sovereign. That's why I love my sovereign.
Can collect a big fat bit cartridge.
That's why I love my sovereign.
Protectorate-sanctioned wireless presents I, Red Cloak, the reassuring adventures of a mysterious sentinel who roots out the rot of dangerous thought. I, Red Cloak. Her sentinel sense is ever keen, the eyes of the sovereign, watching you, your neighbors, your household pets, ensuring all subjects live in perfection, lockstep with the paradigm. Previously on I, Red Cloak, our hero revealed her sentinel partner Dunning as a turncoat, only to become ensnared in enemy territory. Now she has been whisked to Auntie's Choice headquarters, with only her keen sentinel wits to save her. Thrilled to her unflagging zeal in Episode 2, The Customer is Always Dead. Welcome to Auntie's Choice head office, Red Cloak. I trust you are duly impressed.
What?
I said, welcome to Auntie's Choice head office, Red Cloak.
Speak up!
Mute the corporate anthem, please.
Feeling distracted?
Better.
Daydreaming on the
How
job?
do you base individualists promote a sense of community when you can't monitor what each other is saying at all times?
You'll learn to appreciate our society and its obsession with cheaply produced wares soon enough, Red Cloak. Care for a package of Auntie's Choice Sprat Crisps while we wait?
I'd rather
It is the duty of every protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so
We'll be waiting an
important.
eternity, corporate fiend. I'll never turn my back on the sovereign.
Our marketing experts predicted you would say that. Middle managers, bring out the brand loyalizer.
What is that barbaric contraption?
Think of it as our answer to your mental refreshment. Only it's 110% more effective and 120% cheaper to operate. Also has 130% more crabwitch scent. 1 minute in the brand loyalizer and you'll emerge new and improved. Bowing down to the almighty bit, a needy, greedy, consummate consumer in our target market.
Huh? I'll handle this.
I suppose a demonstration is in order. Lower managers, companions, strap him into the brand.
No. You were supposed to deliver both Red Cloak and I to the Order unharmed. It was stipulated in our contract, paragraph 16, subsection J. We had a deal.
Sentinel Dunning, you fool. These people honor their bargains no more than you honored your sworn duty to the sovereign.
Silence, Red Cloak. It will be your turn soon enough. Dunning, try not to squirm. The loyalizer has many moving parts and can be a bit imprecise.
Hey, what are you doing? No! Stop!
Engage the transducers. Loyalization settings at 110%. Right now, the loyalizer's impulse voiders are interposing Dunning's higher and lower cerebral motivationators, rearranging his upper story, hitting him with quite the sales pitch. Pretty snazzy, eh? Sure, the loyalizer's industrial design ain't up to snuff, but the unit is scalable. Home version comes out next quarter. Materialistic fun for the whole family.
On this intellectually stimulating episode of Notable Locations of Scientific Inquiry, we contemplate the Colossal. A computronic construct so powerful, it requires a planetary mass ice ball to both house its analytical engine and cool it to 274.24 Kelvin. Bundle yourself in cold weather outerwear as we visit Elysium's Ice Moon Cloister. This miracle of decipherative machinery was engineered by the first bishop and the matriarch herself, so we could harness its predictive powers to unravel the universal equation.
Hostilities are afoot.
Follows an endless maze of componentry, resistor banks, logic assemblies, data manifolds, quantifiers, re-quantifiers, re-dequantifiers. The Archive's core assembly lies within the Ice Moon's inner mantle, where 2.7 billion thermionic valve switches perform the nitty-gritty of Boolean data calculation. Such processing generates tremendous heat, which is dissipated by the thermal transfer system. 4,367.89 kilometers of feed and return pipes circulate fluids between Cloister's subsurface seas and the core assembly. When in operation, in one point it's foolproof. It would take deliberate human intervention to operate the archive without combat problem.
Resorting to violence.
But who would act?
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Always crabby.
May said we know better. It's scientism. Alas, the facility has slipped from our computational control, a loss not only for scientism, but all of humanity.
That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
It is imperative that we recover the archive and resume its great purpose, solving the universal equation so we will inevitably achieve ascendancy.
Addendum. Since we recorded this episode, the thermal transfer system size increased from 4,367.89 kilometers to 4,367.91 kilometers. We are racked with regret for this error. Do not deviate from this frequency lest you miss what comes next.
And now, a song from a composer predicted to have 3 warlock melodies and become allergic to water this year.
Hey now, can you make me...
Ratcheting up my aggression. Medical pack, out! Brad's still a bit sleepy. Recharging first. Mitigating the threat.
Just what are they up?
If I input every integer of an intimate connection into a computronic system, would my punch card face rejection? Love does not compute the variable
does not compute. If all matter has mass, and thus exerts attraction, could I bear love's weight and measure, or the brush beneath abstraction? Then I calculate for assumption, is love fitting a constant function? Love does not compute. The variables seem infinite. Love does not compute. It's both
fellow subject lacking the
ambivalent. Love does not compute.
zeal for their assigned
That
work.
wasn't the song I was supposed to play.
Mental refreshment
I
post
forgot
haste.
to carry them on. And now, more music to perform advanced calculations by.
We were once two separate points. We had no.
Every protector is subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The process increases tractability, stifles undue energy, stymies conditions, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
The alarm of the paradigm, to shed all manner of imperfect thoughts.
All it takes is some light instruction, a restorative cocktail,
And a quick dip into the lake of particularity to abrade your imperfections. I'm a head refresher,
and I guarantee when you exit our...
you'll be a productive member of our perfect society again.
Soon you'll say, goodbye, imperfect thoughts. Hello, contentment.
This is new. A mild euphoric. Light hallucinogenic properties. Not entirely unpleasant, but kid stuff.
Greetings, subject. Or should I say, refreshed to be.
While there are many mental refreshments to be found throughout India, Placid Waters Wellnatarium here on Prager is uniquely special.
It is personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive deviser responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
Welcome to the Wellnatarium. You're not on my schedule. A walk-in then. Wonderful. Once you're properly evaluated, we'll have you well on your way to refreshment.
This is all a mite strange, but perhaps...
Oh, you appear to have questions. A telltale sign of needing refreshment. Head Refresher Gould says mental refreshment increases tractability, stifles undue agitatement, stymies untoward inclinations, and I've undergone the procedure myself. Several times, they say, and look at me now. Never more content.
Stymies untoward inclinations and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Placid Waters Wellnetarium is the primary mental refreshment facility on Praetor. We are tapped right as rain, neighbor, right as rain. And soon you'll be... Oh, I hadn't noticed you saw. It is the duty of every subject to submit for a quick mental Simply step over to my automechanical colleague to my left. Simply step over to my automechanical colleague to my left, / you're right, and it will begin your assessment.
I haven't had an imperfect thought in...
Greeting, subject unscheduled. Welcome to Subjects are required to respond 100% accurately to all queries. Bespoke Query 1. Concisely characterize your personal perspective. Incorrect. The accepted answer is, I fulfill my duty to the solve. Query 2. Rate your present level of zealous efficaciousness on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 being the highest, 3 being a traitor, 1 being dead. Incorrect. Wait, processing. That was correct. No, the degree of zealous efficaciousness. Expect Query 3. Do you ever fall prey to imperfect thoughts, including, but not limited to, unacceptable, obscene? A perfect society demands perfect thoughts. Final query. How would your neighbors describe you? Processing. The appropriate reply was, they never. Formulating conclusion. 150. The acceptable amount for a true and dutiful protectorate subject is now. Proceed to the nearby pneumatic tube to collect your complimentary unitard and lift pack. Your realignment with the paradigm begins now.
Turmoil and vexation.
About our learnings and ways. And those are just a few of the 36.7 qualitatively valid reasons why Alexandra Monastery counts among our notable locations
of every protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
And refashions them up.
Do not worry when things become
Preserve set progress.
Wonder what it says about us that we got mistaken for patients.
Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and
I'm
know-how
realigned with the paradigm.
refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
complexity is partially imaginary.
Prudence dictates we repel invasive elements.
Complexity is partially
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters Wellnetarium here on Praetor is
You're new.
special.
Must be. You still retain that look of inquiry and deliberation.
The top
I'm
cognitive
Waylon.
advisor responsible for
No,
making
my
the
daughter's
mental
name is Emily.
refreshment process
Millie
more
is a nickname for
refreshing than
Emily, but
ever.
I don't call her that. I couldn't leave. Not yet. Haven't completed my regimen. My phrenometric peaks are still jutting all over. Are you in disguise? I don't recognize so-and-so as a title. I'd go with you, I guess. But I need my commemorative pitch balls in there. From my favorite team, the Paradigm Abiders. Can't leave without it. You know, the paradigm. I had to turn in my suppose so. One way out's the safest. Someone dug a tunnel in the kitchen pantry. Though there are 2 automechs assigned there now. That doesn't seem like the sort of thing that'd be allowed. I'll be...
The mental
Hello.
refreshment process
Upstairs,
increases
in a
tractability,
closet.
stifles undue agitation,
Hello.
stymies
May you-
untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Medicament dispensement has concluded for today. Please
Greeting.
proceed.
Hello. My name is Abigail, and I am realigned with the paradigm. Head Refresher Gould says his recorded lectures are that, a restorative cocktail of pharmaceuticals, and a quick... Why, it's right outside Head Refresher Gould's office. He'll schedule you an appointment. Only internally, I'm afraid. You should speak to Refreshment Facilitator Tilden. Just follow the signs to the lecture hall. Pondering begets disharmony. I once possessed a failing of character where I would voice simple statements in a way right as rain. I am newly full. I only experience approved emotion. Refreshment is inevitable. I'm realigned with
Disruptive influences.
unsanctioned thoughts are strictly prohibited.
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia,
Medicament dispensement has concluded for today.
here on
Please proceed to the lecture.
Right as rain.
The kitchen pantry is presently off limits due to anomalous structural tampering.
Responsible for making...
Gazing upon the golden spiral, the part that's quite so vital, arcing in a circle motion.
Refreshment process more refreshing than
Goodbye,
ever.
imperfect thoughts. Hello, contentment.
34,
our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community.
The kitchen pantry is presently off limits due to anomalous structural tampering.
Hello.
It is the duty of every protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the
Has been
mind.
determined to facilitate abstract thinking and constructive rumination.
Settle down, everyone. Lecture's playing. Prepare to be edified.
For today's topic, we'll touch on why our program is so very important. Ignorant, misguided outsiders may wonder, why does the Protectorate need a mental refreshment? Doesn't it inhibit personal freedom? Yet this freedom they celebrate is a yawning chaos, and their choice is an invitation to failure, loss, and
No talking until the lecture's over.
that all human beings require direction. As my good friend the consul would say, at its base, humanity unguided is cravenly inept and slothful. Are not, because we do not allow ourselves to be.
Greeting, unscheduled walk-in. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the response, zeal noted. With hope, our highly trained medicament dispensement has concluded for the day. Response, medicaments are stored in medicament storage. Farewell statement. May refreshment soon render you free from doubt. Greeting, unscheduled walk-in. Greeting, unscheduled walk-in.
got company, Commander. The unfriendly kind.
Huh? Mobilizing. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Stun weapon ready, Commander. Ready, and frankly, pissed off. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Confiscate the weapon.
And now, constructually compelling yet categorically voracious statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency, creativity, and focus.
Eat complex food bars. Every real bar is packaged with an imaginary piece for you to enjoy later.
From the Order of the Ascendant. A statement with dual meaning. People who hate numbers do not count as much as they. Consistency in your work is wonderful. Consistency in playlists is not. Now for a new song.
It is the duty of every protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation.
This is Grand Plan Wireless, broadcasting soothing tunes for your audio canal and enriching content for your cerebral cortex around the chronometer until we achieve ascension. Valued students of the Order of the Ascendant, recent fascinating astronomical events require your immediate and undivided cognitive attention. The main rift anomaly has undergone a sudden destabilization event, spiking in mass and activity, surging 17.2% into a web-like construct spanning 0.17 astronomical units. The geometrical math underlying this energetic intensification.
Oh, a new face. Well, I'd welcome you to the Wellnetarian. I was once a victim of imperfect thoughts. Oh, I had... Admitting you question is the first step in your recovery. But worry not. Soon enough, with questions are as every lawyer. You've missed the daily the medicament dispensement the medicament dispensement. I see you found the lecture head refresher Gould upstairs in the audiovisual aids office, of course. How very interesting. Here, take my pass then. It grants access to all. You must mean the lay that you'll feel like stealing. May you realign with the paradigm.
Also intensifying. If you observe something, write something, citing sources and submitting for peer review, of course. Thus, we will save humanity and preserve the rifts for laboratory study, a logical course of action with no risk of mishap.
That is all for now. Until next time, keep hail and mind your calculations. Unlike parallel lines, life will someday will meet.
Further beneficial content soon follows. Warning, the following song mentions some
enemy moving into harm's way.
Never be.
The Gravel Claw's angry. Mess with me, you get the claw.
Check your scope for combatant analysis. Try to limit further damage. Hostilities are afoot.
Recharging as fast as I can, Commander.
They're benumbed.
attraction.
Waters Wellnatarium, here on Crater, is uniquely special.
It is personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive divisor responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
A faulty form of passion. We talk about the role of oxygen. Fills my heart when you counted that with your distance. It was impossible to decrease. Caught in a catalyst leading to combustion. Stuck in entropy from chaos to decomposition of this fatal attraction. This fatal attraction. This fatal attraction.
We hope you enjoyed that melody, while contemporaneously wishing you did not find its tempo, chord progression, form, and/or meter overly distracting.
Avid followers of our predictive playlists are already aware of which song follows. Interested in receiving our weekly selection of mathematical clues? Visit your local predictory.
These outer worlds are cruel. The universe is cold.
2.7 Kelvin is too The very fact we found each other boggles the mind.
Ah, you've gained privileged access somehow. Our superiors must have arranged it.
Your realignment with the paradigm begins now.
You can count on me, and I can count on you. Colleagues can be cold, but academia's always true.
Your realignment with the paradigm begins now.
They've insisted not to see. Shut my fluids to 100 degrees. Putting facts over feelings, that's scientism's adage. Together we rise above, we beat the mean
As determined, you're listening to Grand Plan Wireless. For transpiring events, philosophical profundities, informed insight into the future, also music. You have questions, Vicar Magsaysay has informed answers, as evidenced by another installment of Ask a Vicar. A listener asks, why am I so bored? I'm always bored. In fact, I'm bored now.
An honest question begging for an honest answer. Numerous studies have shown that boredom is inversely proportional to intelligence. Normally, I would suggest a variety of mathematical puzzles and problems to increase your profundication, but I don't see that as the best solution in your case. Instead, I recommend the following. Purchase a small rubber ball and learn to bounce it. Best of luck to you.
Stay tuned for what follows. And now, a song from a composer predicted to have 3 well-liked melodies and become allergic to water this year.
They never
It is the
question.
duty of every protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
They never doubted. Their
Collective
zeal
cognitive
never lacked.
compliance is part of a prescribed curative regime. Think only
Conversation is not possible at this or any time. Apologies, but an automechanical's work is never concluded.
only the protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the process. That's why we
Get to the point and do not vacillate.
others are not.
On this electrifying episode of Notable Locations of Scientific
We
Inquiry,
reject
we travel well
individualism
outside
in
our
all
zone of
its many
academical
forms.
comfort.
Hello. You find my pitch ball?
Objectively and verifiably shocking landscape where things go chomp and
Oh, commemorative pitch ball. I missed you so. Let's never part again. Suppose I'm ready to leave. Well, almost.
It is personally overseen by Head Refresher
Okay.
Gould.
Okay.
The top cognitive
They never
divisor
questioned,
responsible for
never
making the
doubted.
mental refreshment
Their zeal
process
never
more
lagged.
refreshing than ever.
The Elysium Moon Praetor is as fascinating to the mind as it is mortiferous to the body. Tidally locked in Elysium's shadow, Praetor suffers a distinct deficit of direct daylight. This unique astronomical
The
arrangement
tunnel out was right here. You mentioned my daughter afore, didn't you? Is she waiting for me somewhere through there? This is all right, neighbor. After you, guess all outsiders aren't as bad as
available for reviewing this
prudence makes you out to be.
in case it escaped your attention.
After you, by all means. I fear I must insist.
Efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so
Homo
important.
sapiens should ostensibly stand no chance. If not for order astuteness in the field of fulminology, our grounding station and charge dispersal network mitigate the danger posed by Praetor's persistent electrical storms. In lay people's parlance, a network of lightning rods tie into the central grounding station via
Trouble ahead.
Questions are an addiction.
307.47 miles of subterranean high-tension wiring.
Resorting to violence.
Illegal activity in the atmosphere to reach the grounding station, where it's safely dispersed, typically. Tenured station operators estimate the system is 78% effective at mitigating 82% of the danger posed by hypercharged atmospheres. Our electrical dispersion system is ingeniously adaptable.
Don't hurt him, please. The Sovereign isn't at his best right now.
Backward to any rod in the network. A convenient method to terminate any hostile life forms poking around where they
You're not here to harm him, are you? If so, I must warn you, I will defend the Sovereign to the fullest extent of my meager abilities.
Simply an intriguing possibility to consider.
Yes, it is. Our beneficent, infallible ruler, the Sop. You'll have to forgive him right now.
As I said, he is not his... We've been here since it was determined that the Sovereign, long distraught over the loss of his family, was in need of mental refresher. Since then, he has been receiving dedicated treatment from head refresher Gould himself. Well, after his first session, the Sovereign was notably upset, launched into hysteric fits of paranoid ranting. Absurd nonsense about how the consul had... That all stopped after his next dip into the lathe, thank law. He's not at all. Why should I? No subject of the Protectorate would ever to even think this stately form before you is... I will stay true to him and the Protectorate. The Sovereign is receiving the finest possible care as he has... Just go. Please, just leave us. Just leave.
Need to work on your timing, dear. Did that earlier, might have done some good.
Traveling at the velocity of light through the vacuum of space on our primary band, this is Grand Plan Wireless, the informed, sourced, peer-reviewed sound of scientism. And now presenting the Department of Research and Inquiry's analysis of our Arcadian cohabitators, specifically Auntie's Choice, with a focus on their shortcomings. It is a straightforward thesis. A corporate transactional society inevitably suffers from dissatisfaction and fracturing among the population. For empirical evidence, Exhibit A, their product refinement center and chemical plant on Praetor, occupied early in the corporate incursion of that inhospitable Elysium moon.
Go. Please, just leave us.
We Homo sapiens should ostensibly stand no chance. If not for Order astuteness in the field of fominology, our grounding station and charging...
Their team, after you, by all means. I fear I must insist.
Electrical storms. In lay people's parlance, a network of lightning rods tie into the central grounding station via a combined 307.47 miles of subterranean high-tension wiring, thus providing a conduit for excessive electrical activity in the atmosphere to reach the grounding station, where it's safely dispersed, typically. Tenured station
Investigating.
The system is 78% effective at mitigating...
Recharging as fast as it can, Commander! Taking the fight out of them. Mitigating the threat.
The dispersion system is ingeniously adaptable. Reversing the system's polarity will send surplus protons from the grounding station backward to any rod in the network. A convenient method to terminate...
Don't hurt him, please. The Sovereign isn't at his best right now.
And they're off to the...
You're not here to harm him, are you? If so, I must... Why, I'm his attendant, of course. I have seen the Sovereign. You'll have to forgive him, right? We've been here since then. He has been receiving dedicated... Well, after his... Absurd. That all stopped after his next dip into the lathe. Preposterous. The no subject of the Protectorate to even this state. I will stay. The Sovereign is received. Just go. Please, just leave us. Just leave.
307.51 miles of wire instead of 307.47 miles as originally reported. We apologize profusely for this careless failure of basic fact-checking. The responsible researchers have been formally censured. this frequency list, you miss what comes next.
And now a song from a composer predicted to have 3 well-liked melodies and become allergic to water this year.
You'll feel ever so much better once your phronometric peaks have been abraded.
You can count on me, and I can count on you. Colleagues can be cold, but academia's always true. Why you double entendres when text up all ones will do? You taught me scientific ways, even systems not foreseen. Anybody's never had
Medicament dispensement has concluded for today. Please proceed to the lecture hall.
They never
to request an
questioned.
exception.
They never doubted. Their zeal never lagged. Yes.
This is Grand Plan Wireless, broadcasting soothing tunes for your audio canal and enriching content for your cerebral cortex around the chronometer until we achieve ascension. Warmest courtesies, fellow ascendants. Please collaborate in ponderance of our former protectorate colleagues. To consider them simply as adversaries is intellectually lazy. They are a subjugated population, incurious, cognitively atrophied. What horror! The protectorate overseers have much to answer for. Lest you forget why we parted professional ways, they pacify their subjects. Correction, they stupefy them with depressive pharmaceutics and relentless propaganda, unlike us. Our sum is greater than our parts. We collaborate with unforced enthusiasm for scientism, and of course to avoid undue criticism of our theses at peer review. Our estranged colleagues, meanwhile, pit neighbor against neighbor, reporting one another for nothing more egregious than independent thought. Of this we have evidence. Protectorate rank and file have washed upon our shores, sputtering testimonials of so-called mental refreshment, a process wherein citizenry undergo chemical thought suppression. In a praetor fortress dedicated to this insidious purpose, they emerge more intellectually docile than when they entered, perfect protectorate subjects. Such deplorable practices have spurred some to action. A protectorate support group on Free Market Station seeks to rehabilitate the mentally refreshed. Free Market Station is hosting a training group to help ex-protectorate subjects think for themselves, make them productive members of a true society. We should welcome them back, our former colleagues. Replace the empty promise of the paradigm with the verifiable veracity of the universal equation.
So ends this missive.
Wait. I was led to believe my case required minimal treatment. But that last session, that was far more intensive. Strong observation, Your Sublime Radiance. We set the lathe to the maximal abradement setting, per instructions. Maximal? Who authorized you to use that setting? I demand the name of my betrayer! Subject is exhibiting increased agitation upon exiting the lathe, consistent with extreme cases. Further abradement recommended. Who are you speaking to? Are you recording this? Enough of this farce! Release me at once!
Could have sworn no one was due for hours. Wait, you're not a patient. You're not even a protectorate subject.
Gonna assume this one's in charge. He's not nearly as kooky or unpleasantly pleasant as the others.
Well, out with it. Who are you? Such a brazen display of derision. This presents a rare opportunity to hone my argumentative skills against the inferior minds. To what end are you here? Tell me truly. Speak plainly. For I have a proposal for you. I'll provide you what you wish if you debate me on the merits and failings of each group's ideology in a reasonably competent manner. Oh, listen to this one. If I win. Don't you worry your oddly shaped little noggin about that. I simply require diversion. Something novel. I am confident I will convince you of the superiority of our ways and gain you as an ally. And if not, what would those There's a good So, what of the Order? Our former allies. Those cursed overthinkers, doomed to lives free of luxury, toiling away in ceaseless... My position is a burden, gladly taken to ease the suffering of our subjects. I think so they don't have to ensure... Though your point, what say you about Auntie's choice, then? Tell me, is there any value in the vapid emptiness of those corporate consumerists? That actually sounds to have some slight merit when you put it that way. Your point is not... In the Protectorate, we have the best of everything. Food, technology, a sense of belonging, freedom from doubt, worry, hard work. No, the others simply cannot compare. Not word for word, no. I understand you meant that as an insult, but I refuse to be... No, I haven't. Well, admit I assumed this conversation would be more engaging. Did you have any final points you'd like to make? As a, last chance to distinguish yourself? Her opinion to me would be largely irrelevant. While I appreciate all she did, of course. All right, fair enough. In that little battle of wits, one of us proved severely outmatched. I am deeply disappointed by your lack of intellectual prowess. We have an intruder.
Have effects on their... Do try to limit...
Your proof is ended. Publication is recommended.
Say, what's that sound? Why does the wall look so soft all over?
Hard to recall. Use an easy acronym. QED. Quickly elucidate and demonstrate. QED.
Oh, do I detect a whiff of reprieve? I should have your chart.
Laughing boy here must be our lead.
Well, this is Oh, dear. Even in a to what end are you here? You know, I have a proposal. Adequately debate me. Yes. So, what of the Order? Our former allies. Those cursed overthinkers. What say you about Auntie's You're in the Protectorate. We have the best of everything. Food, technology, a sense of belonging. People are unproductively prone to unhappiness. We remove this self-sabotaging flaw so they can fully appreciate the No, I haven't. And that seems Well, you've raised some interesting points, I suppose. That was the final point. I must say that was moderately stimulating. Now, what next? Oh dear, I don't understand. The technical specifications for the lathe of particularity are in my office. Now, if you'll excuse, feel free to scavenge. What an edifying confabulation. What an edifying confabulation.
Your proof is ended. Obligation is recommended. Codero demonstrandum.
Say, what's that sound? Why does the wall look so soft all over?
Oh, do I detect a whiff of reprioritin gas? You know, I suddenly feel a mite more pliable somehow. Surely nothing to question. I thought no one was due for peak abradement for hours. I should have your chart. Wait. Ha, you're not a protectorate subject at all. You have the telltale look of wonder and introspection.
Laughing Boy here must be our lead scientist. That gas ought to make him a mite more tractable.
Well, this is normally where you'd say something. Oh? Even to what end are you here? Tell me truly. Speak A proposal. Adequately. Oh, do play along. There. So, what of the order? Our former. Though, what say you about Auntie's choice then? Tell me, is there any value in the vapid emptiness of those corporate consumerists? In the Protectorate, we have the best of everything. Food, technology, sounds very nice. Perhaps you'll consider a brief stint in the lathe. Think of it this way. Well, you've raised some interesting points, I suppose. That I'm... Now, what next? Oh dear, The technical specifications for the lathe of particularity are in my office in the next room, hidden in a cache. Now, if you'll excuse, feel free to... What an edifying confabulation.
We verify before we amplify.
Welcome. You're not. This is. Oh, you appear to have questions. A telltale sign of head refresher Gould. I've undergone the procedure myself. Several placid waters welded right as. Oh, it is the duty hour. A baseline understanding of your. Yes. Simply step over to my automechanical colleague to my left. / your right. And it will begin your assessment.
Greetings. Subject query 1. Query 2. Rate your present level of zealous efficacious. Incorrect. The degree. Query 3. A perfect final. Query. How would your process the formula 100 now your realignment with the paradigm begins now.
A general reminder for the especially studious: monitor your step when traversing between academical appointments. Do not read.
My irregularities have all been erased.
Choosing to set conspicuous dimensional disturbances, please take additional care. Eyes forward, noses out of academic journals.
Now do carry on. And as always, anticipate and calculate.
Further beneficial content soon follows. This popular number has been conclusively proven to promote cognitive function.
I do believe that's the first test I've ever failed.
Equaling our starting zen function fn minus 1 plus the fn minus 2 in all cases that we know, starting where n is so low. Now you know just what to do. Start the cycle, here's the cue. It's Fibonacci, a sequence largely summing to preceding numbers gives us wrath that brings us wonders.
Right as rain. Your siren's call of independent thought falls on a deaf mind.
Their team plays the worst anyone has ever played. Our first back is perfect. Oh, you're new. Must be. Must I? They say my phrenometric peaks are resistant to abradement. But still, Emily said that. I'd go with you. My commemorative pitch balls in there. From my favorite team. The pack. Not just end. I had to turn in. Suppose one way out's the safest. That does. I'll be. Oh, hello. Upstairs. Hello.
Medicament dispensement has concluded for today. Please proceed to the lecture hall to request an exception.
Greeting. Hello. My name. I once possessed a head that only in turn. Just follow. Pondering. Refresh. A perfect society demands perfect thoughts.
The kitchen pantry is presently off limits. Due to anomalous.
It's Fibonacci.
Anomalous structural tampering.
Yeah. Settle down, everyone. Lecture's playing. Prepare to be edified.
For today's topic, we'll touch on why our program is so very important. Ignorant, misguided outsiders may wonder, why does the protectorate need mental space?
A perfect society demands perfect thoughts.
Greetings, unscheduled walk-in. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 noting dire self. Medicament dispensement has concluded for the day. Response. Farewell. treating unscheduled walk-ins.
Paradigm charts our course, gives us purpose, responds to the firm hand that guides us, mental reflection, keeps us on task, free from doubt,
Find your data missing inside your database. If you need education is informative. And it's subject
It is the duty of every protectorate subject to ensure
We got
they
company,
are
Commander.
operating
The
at
unfriendly kind.
efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclination,
Hey now.
fashions the mind into a sane...
Mobilizing.
Advance!
Standing by to stupefy. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Frankly, pissed off. I would not refuse them investigating hostile intentions. Ammunition. Thank you.
Prudence dictates.
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, placid waters know the
The top cognitive divisor responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
Oh, a new face. Admitting you question is the first step in your recovery. You must mean the lathe of particular. I see you found the head refresher gold provides us with. You've missed the medicament dispensement autumn. The medicament upstairs in the audio. How very interesting. You'll feel ever so much better once your phronometric peaks have been raised.
At all times, the paradigm requires
And
it.
now,
That's why
construction
mental
compelling yet
refreshment
categorically
is
voracious
so
statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency, creativity, and balance. We have invented a method using reverse osmosis to extract the flavor essence from crabble meat. This extract goes into our tea, while the flavorless sediment is used to
Preserve
increase
that
the protein
progress.
content
Sustain
of
the
our
system.
other fine
They hate our
such as our axioms of
contentment.
Yes!
I like our contentment.
Choice top that one. Only from the Order of the Ascendant.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advantage.
Never forget, we will unlock humanity's true potential in due course, in due time, each fulfilling our prescribed role within the grand plan. And now, a song from a composer predicted to have 3 well-liked melodies and become allergic to water.
Ratcheting up my aggression.
北给你看看。哎不。
and relevant information details for near present and future calculations. And now presenting the Department of Research and Inquiry's analysis of our Arcadian cohabitators, specifically Auntie's Choice, with a focus on their shortcomings. It is a straightforward thesis. A corporate transactional society inevitably suffers from dissatisfaction and fracturing among the population. For empirical evidence, Exhibit A, their product refinement center and chemical plant on Praetor, occupied early in the version of that inhospitable Elysium moon, ostensibly to create sufficient essential materials, lubricants, additives, skincare products, to feed their war effort and appease the superficial wants of their citizenry. Every new consumable must represent a 110% improvement over the previous one. An insulting...
Gained privileged access somehow. Our superiors must have arranged it.
Facilities produce more problems than products. The chemical plant is a cesspool of industrial waste, byproducts of Auntie's haphazard production process. The product refinement center is plagued by disgruntlement. A splinter group has threatened a work stoppage over unfair treatment. Even basic biological functions such as urination breaks are
Your realignment with the paradigm begins now.
Production is at a standstill, and rightly so. Only the negotiating expertise of the anomalous outline resolved this stalemate. Production has resumed, yet the divisions in their society remain. Now that the workforce has achieved some leverage in bettering their fate, it is only a matter of time before they threaten work stoppage again. These issues are all symptoms of a larger plague: inefficiency. The corporatists claim their mission statement is the pursuit of self-betterment. In reality, their cutthroat practices and slipshod production methods will only lead to further fracturing and unefficiency. Predicted with a 49.7% certainty. Source references, footnotes, and appendices for this analysis will be provided upon request.
End message with an emphatic sign-off such as, "You'll never be sad when you have solutions." Oh, that apparently was a note to self, not to be read aloud.
Continuing as predetermined. Avid followers of our predictive playlists are already aware of which song follows. Interested in receiving our weekly selection of mathematical clues? Visit your local predictory.
Generating primes is useless. Good day, advanced abstract algebraics, section 4, session 43. Please continue to enjoy the back.
Say, what's that sound? Why does the wall look so soft all over?
My name is Edmund Vandersmythe, and I am the senior tenured laureate of the Tertiary Adjunct School of Numismatics for the Order of the Ascendant. Today's lecture will focus on the generation of prime numbers, techniques, and uses thereof. I know. Prime numbers? Why so simplistic? Well, consider this a basic refresher course in remedial numismatics for those new to the Order. I will start by explaining what a prime number is, despite the fact that you should have learned that definition decades ago, while still in diapers. But no matter. I have been called many things, and repetitious is one of them. I have also been called redundant several times, and once I was called reiterative, if you can believe that. So, prime numbers. What are they? The simplest definition is this. Given the set of natural numbers greater than 1, let's call that set N2. Then a prime is any number in the set N2 that is not itself a product of two other numbers in the set N2. A simple definition. Elegant, even. Uplifting. Almost ascendant, you could say. But not redundant. Side note, I am frequently asked why isn't 1 a prime number since nothing can divide it other than itself? And the answer is simple, you silly lay person. Because with such an inclusion to the definition of a prime number, then nothing else would be a prime number. And then what good are prime numbers? Wait, you ask, what good are prime numbers? Why would we want to find and use prime numbers? There are all kinds of abstract number theory applications, and that should and would be sufficient reason to want them.
Oh,
Laughing.
Well, this is... even... to what end are you here? A proposal. Yes, so, what of the Order? Our former allies. Those cursed overthinkers, doomed to lie. What say you about Auntie's choice? You're in the Protectorate. We have the best of everything. Food, technology, a sense of belonging. People are unproductively prone to unhappiness. We remove this self-sabotaging flaw so they can fully appreciate the ample bounty we provide, for as it is right now. No, well, you've raised some interesting... You don't think I'd send thousands through the process if I wasn't absolute... Our subjects, Yes, it's true. I am... Now, what next?
Perhaps you could discover one of these proofs and become the next... Senior.
Why, I'd say you're... Tell you what, I'll get it.
Of Numismatics for the Order of the Ascendant. Such a lofty, and dare I say, elegant goal. Good disquisitions to you all, and good day.
You are listening to Grand Plan Wireless, Arcadia's voice of reason.
Academical greetings, Ascendants. Vicar Mug Sai here with a special installment of Ask a Vicar. Listeners want to know, why did our orders split from the Protectorate? It's the query I'm asked most frequently. It's also the query I answer the most frequently. So today, I'm turning to a higher authority. Joining me in the studio is Presiding Bishop Ruth Bassar, orchestrator of the Schism, for this special episode of Ask a Vicar. Presiding Bishop, my students wonder how we could separate the Protectorate when arguably our order would not exist without them in the first place.
I would argue that our order would not have survived.
Goodbye, imperfect thoughts. Hello. Perfect society demands perfect thoughts.
Seems like the due level of comeuppance. Full marks, no notes. And now he's trapped in the mental cage of his own making. Might be satisfying if this weren't so, well, so damn bleak.
I'm realigned with the paradigm.
Our beliefs.
Reason to want them. But there are also, how should I say, practical applications. Such as maintaining the security.
To what apropos? So, what say you about but in the Protectorate we have the... I understand you. No, well, you don't. I'm now. What next? Now, feel free to scavenge.
Reason to want them.
But there are also...
And so...
Well, this... to what apropos? So, what say you about You're in the Protectorate. We have the best of everything. People are unproductive as... No. Well, you've read... You don't... Our... Yes. Now. What next? Really? That's exceptionally flattering. And might I ask for a few additional particulars? For instance, what is the title of the role?
Questions in the area of prime number study. One such question is this. Is every even member
My, that sounds wonderful.
besides 2 a sum of 2 primes? It seems to be so.
Feel free to scavenge around. It's not as if anything you find here will be any use to your masters.
Number of prime pairs that differ only 2 in their value.
Investigating hostile intentions.
Threat detected.
Have been unable to find enough. You could discover one of these proofs and become the next senior tenured laureate of the Order of the reason to want them. But there are also, how should I say, practical applications, such as maintaining the security of bit cartridges. In fact, our archive uses primes for that reason and many more. The archive incorporates prime numbers for storage and retrieval on its ultra-efficient system of data bricks, as well as using prime numbers in the process of checking its memory stores for corruption, lest its calculations be tainted by such. But if you strive to become a numenistics researcher, there are several open questions in the area of prime number study. One such question is this: is every even member of the set N2 besides 2 a sum of 2 primes? It seems to be so, but no one has ever proven this.
Laughing.
Well, to what end? A proposal. So, what say you about in the Protectorate, we have the best of everything. Food, technology. I understand you meant that as an insult, but I refuse to be bait as no. Well, you've raised yes. Now, what next?
Such a lofty, and dare I say, elegant.
Oh dear, the tech. Now, what an edit. Feel free to scab.
Reason to want them, but there are also, how should I say,
to what a proposal. So, what say you about in the Protectorate? We have the. I understand. Well, you've raised yes. Now, what next? Tell you.
Using prime numbers in the process of checking its memory stores for corruption, lest its calculations be tainted by such. But if you strive to become a numenistics researcher, there are several
Tickles a bit. Right behind the eye and all along the brain stem.
Every even member of the set N2 besides 2 a sum of 2 primes? It seems to be so. But no one has proven
you know, goodbye.
Similarly,
you know, I've
But if you strive to become a numenistics researcher, there are several.
are you sure this is all fine?
Is every even member of the set besides 2 a sum of 2 primes? It seems to be so. But no one has ever proven this conjecture. Similarly, are there an infinite number of
Right as
prime pairs that
rain.
differ by
They
only
never
2 in their
question,
value?
never doubt.
Seems unlikely, but we have been unable to find it. But if you strive to become a numenistics researcher, there are several open questions in the area of prime number study. One such question is this: is
Goodbye, imperfect thoughts. Perfect. I'm refreshed, so refreshed.
Similarly,
Perfect. Goodbye, imperfect thoughts.
reason to want them. But there are also
to what a proposal. So, what say you about you in the Protectorate? I understand. No, Well, you've read our... Huh, yes, now. Might I ask for a... My, that sounds wonderful. I shall... What an edifying confabulation.
Lest its calculations be tainted by something. But if you strive to become a numenistics researcher, there are several open questions in the area of prime number study. One such question is this. Is every even member of the set N2 besides 2 a sum of 2 primes? It seems to be so. Proven this conjecture. Similarly, are there
Wait!
prime pairs that differ?
I was led to believe my case required minimal treatment. But that last session, that was far more intensive. Strong observation, Your Sublime Radiance. We set the lathe to the maximal abradement setting, per instructions. Maximal? Who authorized you to use that setting? I demand the name of my betrayer!
Feel free to scavenge around. It's not as if anything you find here will be any use to your
consistent
master.
with extreme cases. Further abradement recommended. Who are you speaking to? Are you recording this? Enough of this farce! Release me at once!
Regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency, creativity, and
You too can reach the pinnacle of refreshment with Omega Point Tea. Available in standard and recaffeinated versions. A taste this transcendent can only be formulated by the Order of the Ascendant.
in times of peril, remind yourself, contentment is found by accepting your role in the grand plan. Understanding your place, knowing your course, removes all worry and doubt. Next up, well, the seers among you already know.
We were once two separate boys. We had no connection till the aim of the order gave us no direction. Then we were parallel lines traveling into infinity, never to meet, yet in such close proximity. And then one day our eyes did meet, and fate set into motion that telltale surge of dopamine and increased oxytocin, so adrift within a flood of hormonal flirtation. I shall share with you now my heart's complex equation.
Feel free to scavenge around. It's not as if anything you find here will be any use to your master.
Where's Itchy?
To the power
right. Yes, you'll have to forgive him right now. Since then, he has been receiving dedicated treatment from well, absurd. That all stopped after, Papa, no, sir, to even this stately, I will stay, just go. Please, just leave us. Just leave.
Lost computational control of the archive to those unsophisticated anti-choice lay people, who in turn lost it to our foes in the Protectorate. Both parties surely befouled the logic assemblies of our planetoidal analytic engine with their processing requests. Which is why we must reacquire the archive at the earliest feasible opportunity, even if we must contract with outside assistance. Once we reassume control and cleanse the archive of its conflicting calculations, we can once again set it to the worthy task of solving the universal equation.
End message with an emphatic sign-off such as, "You'll never be sad when you have solutions." Apparently it was a note to self, not to be read aloud.
Each a vital cog. Each a vital cog.
Determined to facilitate cognition. And now, one...
Hello. Come here often. Goodbye. Since you didn't enjoy our banter. Medicament dispensement.
Hello. You find my pitch ball? Oh! Suppose I'm ready to leave. Well, okay.
Medicament dispensement has concluded for today. Please proceed to the lecture hall to request an exception.
As determined, you're listening to...
The tunnel out was... You mentioned my daughter afore. This is all... Guess all outsiders aren't as bad as Prudence makes you out to be.
Also, music.
After you, by all means. I fear I must insist.
Join the Order of the Ascendant and experience the beauty and elegance of the well-formulated plan. You'll never forget your first higher-order logarithmic differentiation. Keep put, much is left to come. Avid followers of our predictive playlists are already aware of which song follows. Interested in receiving our weekly selection of mathematical clues? Visit your local predictory.
Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
Rough customers of the
51058. Resorting to violence.
7, 9, 3, 2, 3, 8, 4, 6.
realignment of the paradigm begins
Delay the
now.
particularity does wonders.
4 4 5 9 2 3 0 7 8 1 6 4 0.
The paradigm order. Ordains, the system sustains, the subject never complains.
Yeah.
Medicament dispensement has concluded for today. Please proceed to the lecture hall to request an exception. Your realignment with the paradigm begins now.
Our enemies envy our prosperity. Leave our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Yeah!
It is the duty of every protector its subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
that explode in your face?
Hello, once more. Anybody even listening to this? Tell you stuff.
We've got it all.
Error. Road sales grandstanding not found.
Their team plays the worst anyone has ever played. Our first back.
Ah, before I forget, here. This is for you. Thank you ever so much. He seems good.
My friend from Wonderful. Wonderful. So good to see Millie. You heading out?
Glad there are people out here like you. Glad there are people out here like you. Gives hope. Both of us, well, we're forever in your debt.
If you lost it, I'm sorry. Look, tell me what you need. Can't. Get caught unaware? All you like. My armor will keep you safe.
Misplaced a hand. Browse all. Feel free.
Pardon our noise. My compatriot and I are.
Doctor here. Got a sale. If you've met. Stimulants, medicaments, drugs. Get your drugs here.
One thing I do like a lot, working with tools outside. Beats punching please. All day, any day. If I never see another auto...
Garment's here. Come get... I might not know if you're in need of... You need coveralls. We got coveralls.
The story of Auntie Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A thing of legend, to be handed down for a modest fee. Successive generation. Mascot represents the worst impulses of old corporations, who unfairly stacked the deck against the little person, as they tried with us.
I hope you're enjoying it.
Don't wait for a line to form in front of you. I see you're back from the Protectorate.
Our team at Proprietary Insight Acquisition has been salivating over the potential commercial applications of that process.
Of course you did, my most trusted Amelia.
Head Refresher Gould will... Now, I assume you won't mind. We have a few... Our people will extract details about the pharmacology and methodology. That will all no doubt prove useful. But we're most interested in the technology and its results. Can't say I like the sound of that. Seems like they'd be...
How truly unfortunate. Those without desire or drive make terrible customers.
What else can you tell us about the place? Turn up any additional details? Anything especially marketable? But still, they keep on marketing it as virtually foolproof, don't they? So much for their What else? Yeah, good to know, good to know. Excellent. Along with something extra for your... and more for converting Head Refresher... All right.
Congratulations. Your storied success has earned you a whole entire...
So your preliminary chores are complete. Finally, a contractor with a little backbone. Normally they flee or expire, leaving the work woefully incomplete. I remember you from before. Fairfield, yes? Tell me, as an outside agent, do you have any quandaries working with our organization? Good. Do hope you'll forgive these two. They're competing for a rather significant promotion. So, you've been advancing a fairly radical idea with a group that, to date, I received a most curious curious transmission from Ruth. She stated this was your idea. Yes, and I'm sure a cessation of hostilities could present any... Are you sure you'd rather pursue this over your current exclusive contract with us? Before I contact Ruth, I want... Fine, I'll initiate a call with Ruth through a secure...
Good luck, my ameliorator. Remember, you can't spell heinous ascetic without
Don't let us keep-
Auntie's choice.
To negotiate. Xenobiological exploitation's output is on 18%. I'm not paying professional hunters to run a pet. Acquire and exploit the local fauna like it's your life's work. I get it. Between Look who it is, the instigator of this little affair. Her mathematicalness should be along soon, unless the leader of the Order's too busy crunching numbers to attend to business. There we are. Apologies for the delay. We were resolving some technical issues. Cloister's atmosphere has a tendency to... Oh, yes! Regale us with a thorough account of Cloister's atmosphere. Spare no detail. This must be Auntie Cleo's trademark wit. I expected better. If I was discourteous, I apologize. So long as our mediator proves up to the task, surely we can remain civil. If not... I suppose you've passed muster. Certainly not averse to getting your hands dirty. From where I'm positioned, I sense 3 sore points. Point 1, control of the archive. Point 2, oversight of production and distribution of skip cores. And point 3, management of Rift technology. Before we go any further, I want it in writing that the Order will take full control. What? So the Order can set it fruitlessly idling for another few centuries? I would sever my own hand before giving custody of the archive over to a corporation. Humanity's ascension depends on its calculations. No, such a condition is out of the question. I am amenable to that proposition. I'm waiting to hear an argument that would support such a ludicrous proposal. I certainly agree. Why, it's as if you've read my autobiography / The Order is not a business. We are not beholden to such strictures. Nor do I believe humanity would be improved by yoking progress to profit margins. No one said anything about paying, but... Involving money in science seems questionable. Ruth, I commend you for being so receptive, and I assure...
On the subject of science, it would be most prudent for us to discuss who will be overseeing the management of...
No one understands production like we do. Besides which, we have far more experience.
Where Auntie's Choice manages, the Order would undoubtedly excel.
So you ramp up production? And then what? Hand skip drives out?
We would be diligent about who we licensed out the skip drives to. And a monopoly over space travel is precisely what I wish to avoid.
Exactly.
I will want to run some calculations to be sure. But I'm willing to... There is still the question of who takes possession of the Protectorate's rift technology. Although the science is still largely theoretical,
the Order would fritter away valuable time endlessly hand-wringing what to do with the technology. Auntie's Choice would... A 50-50 split? But that's so... equal. I generally consider anything less than a... If Ruth's open to it,
I shall look forward to brokering the There is one final matter I wish to discuss. I require some chemicals that I have been told are manufactured at a plant on Praetor.
I know which plant you're referring to, Ruth, and what comes out of it is hardly safe. Out of professional curiosity, what could you possibly...
That is, quite frankly, none of your concern.
Precisely. Partners don't withhold secrets, although they can...
I will make no progress with my request without... While the archive is an infinitely complex machine, and unfortunately, this headgear exacts a rather tremendous cost on the wearer. A certain panacea is needed to survive it, but I require these chemicals to finish it. No, it is most certainly not. But being first inherently comes with risk.
And I thought we were the ones who threw caution to the...
A generous offer. But I fear you lack a certain number of qualifications. Conscience, for example. There is a strong likelihood that it...
Oh, so you'll be even more of a bore.
Only a child uses fun. That math is... confidential. I did not anticipate needing to fight for my own physical attack.
Oh, how it's delightful to me to see you squirm. Best I'll say is to...
Arriving at any arrangement, even remotely equitable, was statistically improbable. Be glad our mediator managed to find a middle path forward, as am I.
Well, that'll be all for today. Don't forget to purchase the latest in Auntie's Choice, and do come see me personally when you have...
One moment. There are still the logistics of recapturing the archive.
We'll, of course, provide our expert troops to support these efforts. Have your people call my people.
Brusque as Auntie's troopers will certainly help us manage the... But it would be irrational to expect you to endanger your own life without a more specific strategy in place. Fortunately, I have already given this some thought. First, Order forces must move into our former headquarters at Spireton. A simpler task now that you have liberated it. By all accounts, you thoroughly routed the enemy. More importantly, there is a lift located in Spireton which can deliver our... Unlocking and calling that lift can only be done from within the ark. Fortunately, I am told you already dealt with the cultists there. Unfortunately, you will still need to find a way past a small rift currently blocking the bridge. A prudent course of action, though I would also advise caution. There is a computronical key that you will also... The Calcaduceus grants special access to the archive. Once it is back in order... Until the Order has control over the archive, may you achieve...
I never would have foreseen this day would come. You are exceedingly unpredictable, Commander. I'm damn glad we could get Auntie's Choice and the Order to make peace with one another. I was worried for a minute. Reckon this news will give the Arcadian... Anyhow, was there something you needed, Commander?
It defies belief you negotiated a partnership between Auntie's Choice and my colleagues. I've no... True. But that doesn't mean I have to...
protector, its watered-down rip-off. Pitchfall, they call it. My, how imaginative. And don't get me started on their arbitrary rule changes. Bronzing is prohibited in the Tuesday and Thursday zones? Why even have the T-zones then? Oh, and sportsmanlike conduct is tolerated? Ha! That will put posteriors in the seats. A blood sport without blood sounds like red ink to Auntie. Our tossball teams play for keeps.
We've successfully co-opted yet another of our rivals. Can't believe those eggheads accepted the deal. What's next on my agenda?
That outside contractor is here. You requested a brief tete-a-tete.
Ah, there you are. Our fresh-faced new go-getter. We meet in... You've proved quite useful. Keep it... You don't seem much put off by my appearance. Good. It is, however, something of a brand secret reserved. I trust this
Well, ain't meaning no disrespect. It's just... Everyone was saying that you were focused on a product launch or avoiding a set.
Oh dear, believing that erroneous drivel. You do know I have a reputation. I ask again, do you have any problems with the previously mentioned stipulations? Fortunately, when you're the head of an advanced medical technology corp, as far as what happened, I was the victim of an unfortunate industrial accident shortly after we arrived here, the details of which are less salient than the details of what comes next.
Not exactly. Well, exactly.
We've uncovered an opportunity to procure... There was a past proposal to utilize graphs, but... Oh, once I saw what happened to those misfortunates...
Wait. Are you saying that the grafting program was only started up to help...
Yes, keep up, dear. You think we would have invested...
That means your scientists lied to us, and our suffering didn't mean anything at all?
This is what you signed up for. Tell me, did you also believe that we came here to solely liberate Arcadia, and not for its resources? Oh, you did. How sad.
Got something that needs doing, Commander?
What nature heedlessly assembled and vastly